Whew, it's been hard. Yes, I know. I'm Mercy B, the Akufi Princess, and it's time to vibe with you on Girl Vibes. So I just passed by, and beginning of the show was just to share some memories of DJ Advisor. Now today, if you're mentioning his name, he's no longer with us, and the fact that people add lick to the name is what even got me so down. But it's life, you know, we all come in a day, and just a day we just have to go back to our creator. So yes, in memories of the late Isaac DeGraft Dankwa, DJ Advisor, don't push me, yes. He will say I'll go myself. Anytime I hear that, it reminds me of him being his producer and cousin as well. And he was actually the one that introduced me into this field. I mean, right after college, and we started all this. So let me quickly introduce you to my guests so I can even vibe with them, because I have a media personnel with me today. Frida, yes, a dark-skinned girl just like myself. She's so gorgeous. Thank you, darling. You're looking fabulous.
Thank you.
I also have Venus. She is a Ghana. You can see a Pan-African is.
Oh, yeah?
With her jewelries and then the clothes and all that. You're looking so gorgeous. I mean, I like how you look tonight.
Thank you very much, and you look gorgeous too.
Thank you. So she's a Ghana, and Frida is also a media person. And Venus happens to be more of a technology person, so I'll let her introduce herself for us. Yeah, she's a big woman when it comes to the tech department. Should I say that it's that way? Is it right to say that way?
Yes, in a way, but also still in my journey here.
Okay.
So I am co-chair of an initiative called the Africa Digital Festival. I'm also a director of a leading agency, proud to say a leading agency called Now Available Africa. And we really led and kind of helped shape the digital media landscape here in Ghana over the past 8 years. It's been really lovely to see the transition and the adaptation of digital and tech in the country in particular. You know, from looking back 8 years ago, where you would speak about digital social media and people's eyes would just glaze over to a point where, you know, we have organizations embracing their journey in that space, and individuals standing up and saying that they're specialists in the different digital and technical spaces. So it's nice.
I know you have a lot to share with us today, so just relax. Frida,
Hi,
I know you being a media person. Do you know about DJ Advice?
Exactly.
Wow.
But before we go on, I just want to say my condolence to all Happy FM and ATV members. It's sad, but he being a part of us, we can take care of him.
DJ Advisor. He received a lot of honorees, talking about DJ awards or best music promoter. I think 3 times on a row. 2019 he had it, and then I think 2022 and 2018. Yes, if I'm getting the dates right, he did so well. And he also had the best High Life DJ of the year. He did his best, and may he so rest in perfect peace. Now, this very Saturday, Yabekata nature cra in the Girl Vibes Yashada na ye dedicated a few minutes of our time. There's my DJ Advice. Until Saturday at exactly 8 a.m. War Prisons Interdenominational Church. Ho na neusi no obokodo na if you want sir Yabekata nature cra we can fish rafa in your ekunfifo yande shin DJ Advisor. And he na and he talking about the media friends, celebrities obibia onyim DJ Advisor piano or pa Saturday obiambra na almost say mudama no oyen and he obiambra no major DJ Advisor in jano crack and he pa dama miss my music and Saturday you better nature crack and he yedo bibiase na you fancy ho your brother management team so as this suggestion by there and the Marcoy producer for DJ Advisor, Miss presenter for girl vibes na say na dem break kakra the happy FM ye kan fancy in the no though the Venus in fancy but ma share that break fancy no more funny enough her surname is Teria, so we'll talk about that one. And I don't even know why she can't speak fancy while the name
don't worry, after the we'll translate to her.
In yoga, can you Jimmy?
Okay. So you explain to them in Ghana, right?
A little. I'll do my best.
You do your best. Okay, so let's start off with the discussion for tonight. And we are in the tech month at GMABC. Yes, that's YFM, ETV, and Happy FM. We are talking about technology. We are trying to highlight more on technology this month. So do listen to ETV, Happy FM, and YFM, and also watch ATV as we get to learn more about technology. Now today on Girl Vibes, yes, in Communication, we are talking about leveraging technology for business growth and development as a young woman. And then Miss Mahmood and Waka say I won't find chum kakra and the mood no waka is if you're but obey. Until we are live on Facebook at ETV Ghana. Yes, we are live on Facebook at ETV Ghana. And let's get interactive on WhatsApp on 02022222054. It's in Komachutuni. Now let me go to Venus and ask her why she has Tavia as her surname and why she can't even speak fancy. Because Tavia, we know Tavia to be a fancy name.
But it's also a Ghana name. And you know that it's given to twins, okay?
Yeah.
So my grandfather was a twin, but he took the Tavia as his surname. That's why I have it as my surname.
Tavia is given to the person that comes after the twin.
After the twin.
So, but he took the name as his surname, so we're called Tavia. And I'm a Ghana, so yes, it cuts across. There's also, I think, the TEWIAH, not and ours is TAWIAH.
They also have Tavia as well. Oh wow, this is news to me.
Okay,
I
so
thought
we're
it was
all
only
learning.
For fancies.
No, it's not only. It's not exclusive for fancies.
But today we are learning about technology, not about tribes or surnames. I think we can do more of that when it comes to September, which is the Made in Ghana month. And then we'll invite you again. With your fashion, it will be good to have you on Girl Vibes to talk about fashion trends and also get to know that tribe side of you. But talking about technology and business growth, being a young woman on tech field, how does it even feel? Because we know it to be more of a field for men, if I'm not mistaken, and being a young woman on that field, how is that feeling?
It feels great, actually. I mean, women are tech savvy naturally, and I think technology is built for us in every shape and form. It's, I think, just over the years when you look at career choices which they push women towards, it's more what I would say traditionally conventional. So technology is all around us. We make use of it. It's just that traditionally women weren't pushed into the spaces where they'd be at the forefront of using technology in their workplace. It's nice to see more women coming up and enthusiasm for making a difference using tech in their space, given their passion points, but there's still a lot of work to do. I often find myself when we are on panels or in discussions, it's like the 1 in 5 effect. There'll be 4 men and then 1 woman. Quite lucky to be part of an organization, so NAA, where it's very gender balanced. And in the work that we do, we have a lot of women behind the digital work that we do within the agency, which is beautiful. Then the Africa Digital Festival, there's a specific initiative called Gets Her in Digital, which is really championing empowering women and females into that space. So we hope, like in the next 2 to 5 years, to see those things transitioning and more women emerging in the space.
Okay, Frida, let me come to you. You being a media person like myself, what are some of the things that you hear when it comes to women being on the tech field?
Well, first of all, I would like to say thank you for having me on your show today. But I would say when we're talking about technology as women, why don't we look at gender digital gap? because gender digital gap is one of the biggest issue in Africa currently. And if you're to talk concerning technology, we should look at that as well. But well, for me, technology is a great thing, and I like the fact she said women are naturally technology savvy. So I would think for me it works for me because I go online, do what I want to do with a computer, my laptop, my phone, and anything I get access to. Yeah.
Okay. So being a media person, how does technology even help you as a young woman on that field?
It really do help me a lot because I go on social media, I post what I do, I write and I read a lot from the internet. So to me, I would say it has helped me in that aspect, promoting myself and also learning more from the internet.
Okay. Venus, let me come to you. You being one on that field, how is technology helping businesses? Is it really helping us now?
Well, let's just use you as an example. You're a really prime example.
Okay.
Like ETV's platform is streaming online right now,
Yes.
and it allows people to kind of log on to the various social media platforms and watch what we're doing right now. So, and you're a business, so you're leveraging on that space to allow wider audiences to engage with us. So it's definitely helping push businesses. Over the years, I mean, if we look at the landscape specifically in relation to Ghana and other places in Africa, it's a very traditional space. So people were used to anchored on like the traditional media forms that we see. So traditional TV, traditional radio, we see the billboards platforms, and that was the norm. Gradually, through persuasion and just having examples, somebody taking the lead and executing in the digital space, brands and companies have seen that they can leverage on them and build closer relationships, because those digital and tech allows you to kind of build communities which you can engage with differently and build what we call brand love.
Yeah.
So it definitely does help businesses.
Okay. And in starting a business, how will you know the technical, the kind of technology to use in starting a particular business?
I think really it comes from looking at what type of business
Yes,
you are
want to go in for.
going into. That's it. And then looking at who you're trying to reach, your target or your audience. Often when we're kind of looking at coming up with strategies, you know, you start with the point of who you want to speak to and where you can find those people. Otherwise, there's no point. Like, so if you look at who you want to speak to and where they live in terms of the media space, then you can choose where you'd leverage on the technologies available. Does that make sense? So,
Yeah.
for example, if you were somebody who's into, let's say, fashion products, for example, and your target were females, okay?
I'm not surprised you're using the fashion.
It's just a natural one. What platforms would you mostly find women surfing for fashion products? I'd say your primary one would be Instagram, for example. It's very visual. It's got a shop facility where people can, you know, if they like it, they can just shop or they can get in contact with you.
Yeah.
If you are a brand and you're looking to engage and build a community, let's say around a particular consumer good product, okay? Because just in terms of numbers, Facebook carries like the largest like population, it would be a good starting point. Right?
That is Facebook.
Yes,
Okay.
it would be like a good starting point. There's other things that you can leverage on. We have WhatsApp, which is really popular here, and anybody can use that.
I think last week we spoke about TikTok.
Yes.
Which is
Yeah.
also helping.
Exactly.
I know Frida will love TikTok.
Honestly speaking, I'm not on TikTok.
Oh,
but
why?
Maybe I'll be there
You
sooner
have
or
to.
later, but
You have
I'm
to.
currently not on TikTok.
But why are you not on TikTok?
Well, maybe I'll tell you later.
You tell me
Yeah.
later. Okay, that's all. But Finos, are you on TikTok?
No, I'm not a TikToker.
Yeah.
I like what the platform allows you to do, but
Okay.
it's not. I think also within like you have to find the ones that you are comfortable
Exactly.
with, right?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
not every platform that you have to be on. I think there's a feeling that because it's available, and this is like social media, because it's available, you have to be there. It's really to look at what you're most comfortable with, and even as a business, you know, taking your first step into that space.
Yeah.
Often what I'd say is like use the platforms which you are most comfortable with, because you will use them regularly, you will engage with them on that platform regularly, and you'll put your information out. So no, I'm not on.
So what are your favorite social media?
So I use Instagram a lot.
Okay.
I use LinkedIn a lot.
Yeah, LinkedIn.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so LinkedIn is for professionals. That's what they say. So I'm not surprised. You like that one.
But it's also for learning. I think one of the misconceptions about LinkedIn is that it's just for a platform where you build your professional profile.
Yes, where you can seek for
Exactly.
jobs, where your
Yeah.
CVs and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's a huge learning resource capacity within LinkedIn, which is LinkedIn Learning. So you have loads of resources whereby you can educate yourself on whatever topic it is, and it's just there for as long as you've got an account on LinkedIn. Yeah. So beyond the professional network, it can be a very valuable resource in just terms of upskilling yourself and keeping yourself up to date, which is one of the like key things for women to do actually as well. Yeah.
Frida, are you on LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, yes, I
Yeah.
am.
Okay, so why are you not on TikTok and then now you get to be on LinkedIn?
You know, I chose to be on LinkedIn because it was a platform that you don't see people doing the most
Okay, that is
compared to
LinkedIn.
the other apps.
Okay,
Example, TikTok.
okay.
Because I'm not sure someone will go on LinkedIn, and do a funny video.
Okay.
You wouldn't do that. Like she said, it's a platform for people to learn and also for people to apply for jobs. So I think that's why I'm on LinkedIn.
Okay, so talking about LinkedIn, TikTok, all the social media platforms, are they really helping us?
Yes, they are.
Okay. In terms of business-wise, are they really, really helping
Yeah,
us?
that is when one person knows how to use it.
Okay.
Okay, beside, people do post their stuffs on Instagram, Facebook, just to catch the attention of audience and also customers. So when the scenario happens, people tend to be like, let me reach out to this person.
Yeah.
Maybe I might get what I want. That's how come people grow their businesses day in and day out.
Okay. So can one start a business on social media? And how is it going to work for the person? How is the person going to achieve, you know, the kind of profits that can be earned when let me say the old method that we used to, you know, open your shop and just sell in there. Now you're on social media and you're selling. Do you really make that much profit? Do you get that people, you know, patronizing it? Let
Okay,
me
so
come to Venus before I go.
let's give an example. So if you can visualize, right, you have you have I should
No, go ahead.
okay. So you have two store holders, right? And so your local store,
Okay.
store, right? And full of your normal goods that you can go and buy. Okay. One is just sitting there as they do, waiting for people to pass
Exactly.
and come along, even sleeping whilst they're waiting, right? Okay. And then the other one says, Telly, I have my phone. Let me just connect some.
Yeah.
And they start taking pictures. Okay, today I have these lovely tomatoes. I have milk. I have washing liquid. And they take the pictures and they just put, maybe they're making use of WhatsApp, and they just post it in their group and say, okay, today this is what I have available in my store.
Yeah.
Yes. Who do you think is going to get more people coming?
Okay.
Yes, just by utilizing the tools that they have in their hand and just being a little bit proactive, it allows you to market yourself, and it doesn't cost much. It's the same data.
The social media.
Yes, for example, it's the same data you'd use to kind of vibe with your friends, right?
Social media.
Okay, so it's just using those same strategies and applying it to your small business, and in a way that will allow you to reach more people than just sitting there waiting for people to pass.
To pass through
Yeah.
it by. Okay, Frida, let me come to you. Comparing the old method where we used to have, our clothes hairs in the store calling for normal girls, women, and everybody to come and buy, and now going on social media to sell them. Which one do you think will fetch you more profit? And are people really earning from the social media marketing?
Well, I would say people are actually earning on social media because looking at it currently, social media is the new form of like a medium
Okay.
where a lot of people are on social media. So someone would wake up one morning and be like, let me go online, let me scroll through what is going on, what is
Yeah.
happening. And you might come across this nice shoes you want to buy. You'll just hit on the button and say, hi, how much? Or you might probably find the price there. And you make enquiries, and then you'll be at the comfort of your home, and that particular item will be delivered to you rather than you driving all the way
Okay.
to the shop to buy.
Okay.
So social media, let's say marketing or buying and selling, has made it a lot more easier for people to sit at the comfort of their home and then buy items.
All right. In social media, making it easier for us to, patronize online and shop all our goods online. You get some mistrust all around, people frauding people on social media and all that. Finos is here. She's more of someone that knows much about technology, so I believe she knows much about social media. So I'll come to her to tell us much about the frauds and how those things can even get off social media. And Frida is also here with me. Quickly, let's go for a breather. When we come back, we get to talk more about leveraging on social media and technology. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We are talking about leveraging technology into our businesses and how to grow your business on social media. Yes, and I have Venus Tavia here with me. She is a big woman. Yes, she is a co-chair of ADF and NAA. So she has already briefed us on all those stuff. And then I also have Frida, my media sister. Yeah, she's a colleague. So we are talking. Now let's come to frauding on social media. How can you drive all those stuff away? I mean, I'm trying to sell my goods on social media to people, but there are equally people that can even pick that same gadget or whatever you are selling online and fake it out to people just to rob them of their money.
Okay. So authentication is an important thing. There's
Okay.
always, I mean, in every space, there's going to be people who abuse the space, and the digital space is not alien to that, right? So there are like cyber
Yeah.
thefts of IDs, and profiles. It can happen. I think it's difficult to answer directly how you can safeguard, but in terms of building trust in your platform, one of the things you can do is regularly engage. You can assure. So if it's sale of goods, it's something that's a new habit for Ghanaians, especially. In terms of transacting, with the sale, you can ensure that maybe your first platform of engagement would be your social media platform. It's possible to link that to like your WhatsApp if you're going to transact in a sale, so that there's more trust and interaction.
Okay.
When you are going to confirm or the method of payment, often you can use mobile money, or you can offer the service where people receive on delivery. So there's an end track. I think allowing people to follow the journey whereby they receive the product, and at some point have some dialogue with an individual in that space, knowing that it's something that's new to them, enables trust to be built. In terms of like building cybersecurity and authentication, I think ensuring that people know that they're dialoguing with you. There will be cases where profiles are stolen, but you can also take those up personally with like the platform owners, and they will either they will authenticate you or investigate those who have, if it's a stolen if it's a case of a profile being copied or cloned, they'll investigate and shut the page down if necessary.
Okay. So Frida, how will you know in and in buying on social media, how will you know that the product or the person that you're even buying from is real and not just taking your money from you? Because sometimes the person may tell you, oh, send the money through mobile
Exactly.
money before you
Exactly.
get whatever you are buying.
And that part is the most dangerous part. So
Okay.
sometimes I normally do advise people that why not do payment on delivery when the item gets to you and you receive the item and you know that this is exactly what I ordered for, then you make payment.
Okay.
But you're not supposed to make payment by mobile money not without not seeing the particular item you bought. There's a saying that someone might posted on social media was like, what I ordered versus what I got. If you're not careful, that is what you're going to get.
There was this video on social media of a lady that ordered for this braided hair.
Yeah.
And oh, you saw that
I saw
video.
it.
It turned into something else.
And she was later coming for her
the kind of braids
money.
that she saw and then what she ordered for and what she got. How do we get off this?
It's a habit. I mean,
who knows?
it's one of the things that, like, I notice in the space that people have just accepted in a way. So those who own the platform owner, let's say somebody has an online shop where they're selling any type of goods, right? They set their terms of engagement. So they can say, okay, well, in order for you to receive, this is the process that you need to go through in order to receive the good. So you should send me a message on either on the platform or use this WhatsApp number and engage me there, and then we will process your order from there. We are at liberty to say that when it comes to payment that you would like to see the product before you pay. They may refuse, and I think it's one of those where you're empowered too. Often people just accept the terms and make the money payment, but you wouldn't do that in a normal setting. You'd at least see the product that you're looking to buy, and then exchange your goods and with delivery terms in a more sophisticated, like e-commerce like platform. But I think when it's specifically on a social media platform and a small business too, you're at liberty to kind of say, okay, I would prefer if I could try it on, if possible, if it's something you try before you purchase on delivery, you know.
Okay, so being the owner of whatever product it is, let me say I'm selling hairs online, and sometimes I may also fear the risk of delivering an item and not even meeting the person that ordered for.
Exactly. That is what most people do complain about.
So how do you build that trust, you know, to the people that you want to sell to?
Okay, so you're saying that you have something that somebody
that I'm selling online.
Yes, and somebody has put in an order, okay, and then you're going to deliver.
Exactly.
And you don't meet that person.
Exactly.
Okay, so it goes into, you know, there's always a back end of a system, right? And that goes into like the business owner, like looking at the process which they're going to follow in order to make the back end delivery. Okay, so you say that I have a product, somebody purchases, what do they need to go through to make the purchase? It's a process. What do then I need to do to go through to make a delivery? There's a process. Some people have a courier who make that delivery for them, but you always, somebody will tell you where they want the product to be delivered and how they will pay, and you arrange a time, I assume, and so that you can do the end transaction. If it's up to you, if you go to make a delivery and you don't meet the expected person and the money is not there, then you don't hand over the goods, do you?
But this is what people
And they're saying that they're losing
because
because definitely you pay the right.
when you make purchase online, and that's why people actually want to take more, like let's say payment before to delivery, because you might say payment on delivery, and you might get to the person's location and you call the person and the person is not picking up your call.
Sometimes they may even off their
So
phone.
that frustration alone, some people go through. That is why people
They
say
decide
payment
that you pay
before.
the item will be delivered to you.
Exactly.
So in all this, that's what we want to know. How do you build trust between you and your customers online? Because the old method that we know, you come to my shop, you pay, and then you take whatever item you need.
Yeah.
But now, as you know, through technology, we want to make our businesses online. How do we build those trusts there so our people can even believe us that, okay, so I'm accepting Momo before I sell my item to you? How do you do that?
I think in more mature markets where like e-commerce, for example, is more commonly used, I think we're at a base where we're developing those habits, okay? But in more mature markets, it's normal to pay. It's normal to pay on the platform. So you identify your goods, you pay for everything. They're very transparent in terms of engagement, and I think that's one of the things that our businesses, even the small ones, miss. You know, you're very clear about what people need to do in order to make the purchase and what will happen if they're not happy with the goods. Because often here also, the expectation is that once you've paid, even if you don't like the thing, you can't get your money back.
Yeah, there's no refund.
So there needs to be, I think, as we mature in that space, the terms of engagement should be clear. Okay, this is what we would do in order to get the goods to you.
Okay.
If
that is the seller.
Yes. So if the requirement is that you pay in advance, right, in order to receive the good, fair enough. But what happens if I'm not happy with the good? There should be something that allows a period whereby they can return the goods and get a refund if possible, or an exchange of their exchange of for another product, which is what's lacking. So you get the consumer in a space whereby I've done it. I mean, like, I don't want to give you my money beforehand, and I would like to see feel
what you're buying.
Yes. So I think there's a business that tracked the consumer journey in terms of purchasing, actually transacting online, and it stops at the point where they make they've decided that they want that good. Once they've decided they want, if there's a physical shop for them to go to, they will go.
Okay.
Because it allows them to see if the product, so they'll do the journey. So they'll look online, for example, see something fantastic that they like, yes, look through all the different colors and identify the one that they want, even inquire messaging and stuff. But that point where, okay, now you can purchase without leaving your home. If there's an option to go to a physical location, 9 times out of 10 people would like to do that here, because they know that once I've made that purchase, if I don't like it, I can't redeem my money, or there's no possibility of exchanging. So I think to build trust, you'd have to it'd be give and take. Okay, if you want to take the money in advance, no problem. I don't think people would have a problem with that if they knew that if I'm not satisfied with the good, there's some chance of me getting my money back, or having another good replacing it.
Okay.
And Messi, that is the trust that is not there.
Sure.
The trust
And
between
that's
the
what we
buyer
want
and the
to know.
seller.
So if you are the seller, and just as Vino said, so you need to build that kind of trust in there, and add in your terms before, you know, people who are even coming to patronize whatever you're selling, so they will know your terms before, if it's to pay for or on delivery, right?
Yeah.
Or you have to pay before, you know, the item will be delivered to you, so you know all those terms before you risk in buying whatever you want, right? Venus, I believe I got what you said, right?
So I mean, the food delivery companies do it really well.
Okay.
So like you have platforms like Jumia Foods, Bulk Foods, what's it called?
Something Cho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are partnering, who have partnered with eateries, right? In order to like deliver food, okay? In that transaction, so you make your order, okay? You will select the food that you want. They'll give you the option to pay either buy my money.
Hold on there, Venus. I'm not cutting you,
No
but
problem.
quickly, let's go for a break. When we come back, you get to leverage more on that. We'll be right back after this short break. Back from the break. So let me activate the phone line so you can also call us and ask whatever you want, question you want to ask us about establishing your businesses online. And as a young woman, if you want to risk by starting a business online, you can, ask whatever question you want to ask, because Venus is here and she's a big head when it comes to technology and businesses growth on social media. So the numbers are 05556 57278, 05556 Quickly, let me read this one from Facebook. Yeah, Opuni says, hi, Ekunfi Princess. Excellent views from Venus and Frida. Most ladies I see on social media have accepted the challenge for businesses there, and it's applaudable. Happy birthday to Nana Joa Esel, and belated to Makida Boyd. Okay, the food joint name is Humcho. Okay, I think that was what Frida was trying to say. Thank you for telling us this one. So our phone lines are activated for him. Sisia na our business be a pede established. Sisia and they Twitter, yes, is in Ghana. I want to establish one company. Wahade. Let me quickly go to Venus. Twitter is now in Ghana. I believe you've heard about that.
Yes.
So what are some of the advantages that the young women are going to get in Ghana?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
the
big
establishing,
that's a big question. I think it's nice that as a platform they have decided that Ghana will be a key territory for them, and that they're looking at understanding and recruiting directly from the space. The other platforms, like let's say for example Facebook, we're still waiting for them to kind of see us as being on their
I have a caller,
radar.
so let me quickly pick her and then we'll come back to you. Hello, caller. Yes, your name and where are you calling us from, please? Oh, sorry. Please try and call us again. The numbers are beneath your screen. 05556572278. Call us. Venus, please go ahead.
Yep. So yes, I think
Twitter is in
yes.
Ghana.
So I think it's interesting that they're really looking to resource from the country, and to understand like the nuances of the cultural nuances, rather than bringing people from abroad, who don't really understand the terrain. So that's good. I think in terms of how young women and young girls, or women generally, will benefit from Twitter being available, I think they're recruiting. That's one of the key things. And so if you feel that, not to kind of block them, but I mean, like, if you feel that you have the necessary skills that match the positions that they are recruiting for, then
so
apply.
Hello, caller. Oh, what happened to my lines today? Please forgive me, okay? Keep trying and call us. It's all about technology. I mean, it happens sometimes. So please try calling and then you get us. Venus, so quickly wrap up on that one and then I jump on to Venus.
I think I finished. I just said that, they're a company like any other. They're going to be looking for skills and talent. And if you feel you have the talent that matches what they want, then make yourself known and available. Yes, it's one of those things whereby.
Okay, let me try this one if I can get him or her. Hello, caller.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, darling. Your name and where are you calling us from?
Please, I'm Gifty, calling from Kumasi.
All right, Gifty, what do you have to ask or add up to today's discussion?
Okay, I'm into business.
Okay.
And
is
what
it online
I
business?
Hello?
Is it online business?
Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead.
I do sell kente and smokes online. And I don't know much about networking, like the Twitter, how to sell it on Twitter and other things.
Okay, Venus is here. She will help you on that. Frida is also here. So, Frida, will you try to?
Yes,
and
they should help me, seriously.
Okay.
All right.
What's her name again?
Your name again?
Gifty.
Gifty. Okay, Gifty. Thank you for calling us. Frida
Thank
is here.
you.
Keep watching, and then they'll give you all the advice. Okay.
Yes, I would
Okay.
like them to help me seriously.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. So, Frida.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you too. Quickly,
Bye.
how do you
All right.
help us?
So based on what is it she said, gift?
Yeah, Gifty.
Yeah. So based on her question, I think the least, let's say the flexible app she can use currently is Facebook.
Okay.
In terms of marketing her kente, as Facebook. Then she moved on to Instagram. That
Okay.
is, if she's good at using any of the social media channels, she should just jump on that.
Okay.
Make
What
use of
advice
it.
do you have for her, Gifty Venus?
Just based on like the product that she's selling, she said kente fabrics and smocks. I mean, my first recommendation would be to look at Instagram, because it's a very photocentric platform. It will also baseline. Most of the social media platforms are free to use. Okay. So it's not going to cost you anything to kind of register an account, a personal account or a business account. Okay, so you can set them up for free. I mentioned Instagram because it's a very pictorial
Exactly.
platform,
Where you can easily
which allows her to
your
showcase
pictures.
exactly. And then you can optimize it to set up a shop. So if she is selling, the next step would be to see how she could set up a shop where people could purchase. Creating short contents for WhatsApp is really good. WhatsApp has a profile, a status section where she could just post pictures of what she has available there. But I'm surprised how many people will check your
Get to see
profile.
that,
That's it,
yeah.
and create an action from those things. So those are just some small things that she could do
Okay.
to
She was also
push her
asking about
business.
how to advertise it on Twitter. I don't know whether you heard of
It really, I think with platforms, it really
But talking about Twitter, do
Twitter.
people really sell on Twitter?
Yes,
I
they
see.
do.
Okay.
They do. It's all about retweeting, and you see most people posting their styles beneath people's comments, like
Okay.
posts on Twitter, and then they get a chance. The people do call in or ask for prizes and all that. So people do sell on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you just retweet under the comments and then they
Yes,
sell.
mostly
Just
they
like
post the items on there and then retweet, and then it sells off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I quite remember a lady posted something on Twitter, and I made inquiries for it. I called her and she said that particular item has already been sold out. So
Oh, wow.
that should tell you that people really actually purchase
On
items on
social
Twitter.
media.
Yeah.
Wow. So you just heard that for yourself. So what's the future like for young women in terms of technology, Venus?
I think it's very bright. It's very bright. I think there's no better time than now to explore that space. There are government initiatives, loads of pools of funding which are being pushed towards the girl child in particular, and growing their confidence and skill sets within the STEM, tech, and digital space. And it's very, very focused on women. So for me, there's no better time to kind of, get yourself trained, acquire the knowledge, and look at where you can take those the trainings that you have.
Okay.
So
Please
I
add
think
in
it's
your
very
final
bright.
words and then go. Time is fast going.
Yeah, so I would encourage any young girl, women out there to look at how you can use the technology that you have at your fingertips to push your business. Don't be afraid. We're very savvy, and so I encourage you to explore that space.
Okay. So Frida, your final words quickly.
Sure, I would advise every young lady watching me that social media is the new thing. So just grab the opportunity and go all out there. And one thing you should know that you're capable of achieving anything. So go on there, sell your product, market anything that you do, and wait for the results.
Okay, so that is the new world. Everything is now on social media. Thanks to technology. So I've been nominated for the Under 30 project. Yes, I've been nominated for the award for TV personality
Wow,
of the
congratulations
year.
to you.
Thank you, ladies. So to vote for me, yes, it's on your screen. Just dial *800*212# add the code UW106 to vote for Mercy B. Okay, so we can all enjoy when it comes. Thank you for watching tonight's edition of Girl Vibes. And Saturday, exactly 8 a.m., and DJ advice and you know, Obokodo, anything I may adoma. Saturday will be Ambrana Ombeja Hen Quanti. Big thank you to my crew, Rashida, my producer, to Johnny John, my director, Kafidi, cameraman one, and to Justice, my sound man, and to my guests, my beautiful ladies, for coming. And my producer is a Muslim, so yeah, you see, you've started the fasting, and how do they greet them? Is it Happy Ramadan?
Ramadan Kareem.
Oh wow! Okay, thank you, Frida. Ramadan Kareem to all our Muslims out there. Yes, my producer is a Muslim. So good night, everyone, and do stay safe. Take good care of yourself. My name is Mercy B, the Ecofi Princess. I'm out.